Welcome to the RTS podcast. I'm Zion Smith. One of the questions I asked myself last night was if I'm worth it. I asked myself that question because I think about how much value I see in myself. And I think about how I've been able to stay who I am and stay true to myself after all this time. So I asked myself, is I'm worth it? That question is yes, I am worth it. I am worth it because I am one of a kind. I am respectful. I am responsible. I am amazing. I am dedicated. I am driven. I am determined. I am motivated. I am ambitious. I am strong-minded. I am resilient. I am strong. I am reliable. I am dependable. And I'm Zion Smith. That's his value. That is the value that I see within myself. And that led me to believe that I am worth it. Why did I ask myself that question? Well, I asked myself that question because I never had a girlfriend before. It hurts me to say this because as I look back at the past, and I try my best not to, I had multiple opportunities. I had my chances. And I didn't take advantage. Yeah, I never had a girlfriend before. Some of you that's watching this RTS podcast right now, you might be shocked. Some of you that's watching this RTS podcast right now, you might not care. Some of you that's watching this RTS podcast right now, you might have a significant other. All of these three facts are true. Some of you don't care, and that's fine. Some of you have a significant other. I wish you and your partner more happiness and true love. And some of you that's watching this RTS podcast are shocked. You may be asking yourself, how the hell that you haven't found the right woman for you? How is that possible? Well, I can make all the excuses in the world about how the woman that I had interacted with when I was in high school, it didn't work out. And when the friendship was going to turn into a relationship, it wasn't going to lead to anything because they didn't take me seriously enough. And they didn't see me as boyfriend material because of my desires and my beliefs and my values and the way I think and the way I act and the way I talk and the way I dress and the way I treat people. Not gonna talk about how it didn't work out. They disrespected me. You know, they did me wrong, but those are 10,000 excuses that I could make all day long, and I could cry and cry and cry and whine like a baby, but I'm not going to do that because those excuses, I'm not putting up with that. And I blame this all on myself, 100%. I'm owning up to it. The reason why I'm owning up to it is because as I look back in the past, and once again, I try not to, because I'm a person who lives in the present. I live in the present to prepare for tomorrow. And whenever I think about the past, I think about the great memories, and I think about the setbacks that I have been through to get to the position that I am today. But when I think about the other side of the past, not having a true woman for me, it really affects me in a huge way. And I blame this all on myself because for so long, I've been the nice guy. I've been the yes guy. And I've been the guy that agrees with every single thing, even though I didn't even like it. I was so afraid to tell my side of the story or to tell what I disagree with. And it's okay to disagree. But I was so blind to it because I wanted to make people happy. And that's not the way it goes. It doesn't. And I know it sounds wrong. And then I know it doesn't make sense, but now that I'm realizing this, it's the truth. And in this world, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot be the nice guy. And this goes for all the young men out there. You just cannot be the nice guy. You cannot. On my last RTS podcast, I explained how being a nice person is not going to work in this world. And it's true. I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Being a nice person in this world, that's not going to fly. And that's the true reality, that's the harsh reality that I have to learn. And that I'm currently learning right now. And I'm glad that I'm learning this while I'm young. I'm only 19 years old. I turned 20 on April 20th, 2022. So while I'm learning this young, when I get old in the future, I will already be prepared. And I will already know how this works. You just cannot be the nice person. You cannot. You can't. Because people are going to run you to the ground. And that is exactly what happened to me. And that is probably why I never had a girlfriend before. And I blame this on me. 100%. I am owning up to that shit. I am. Excuse my language, but that is the truth. I've been trying to make people happy and to praise people, and you cannot do that. And in the past, kisses people ass all the time. You know, not tolerating the issues and pretending to be okay. No, being a nice person, that is not going to work, and that's what I'm learning right now. And that is why that I had never ever had a girlfriend before. That is why. A year ago in 2021, 2 years ago in 2020, 3 years ago in 2019, even 4 years ago in 2018. I thought that being a nice person would get you everywhere in life. I thought that it was okay to be nice to this person and to be nice to that person, and you would get rewards for it, and you would get cool points for it. And people would tell you, "Oh, Zion, you so sweet." I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm not. And that is the reason why I never had a girlfriend before. And I know that I sound repetitive. And I keep repeating myself, but that is the truth. You just cannot be the nice person no more. You cannot do that. Take it from me. Learn from me. To all the young men that's out there right now, to all the young men that's watching this RTS podcast right now, know that you cannot be the nice person no more. You cannot do that. And that is why that I had never had a girlfriend before. Now that I'm learning this, I will teach myself to respect myself more. That way I won't tolerate nothing. And I won't tolerate nonsense. And that way, when I do eventually find the one for me, the right woman for me, I will know that it is okay to disagree. And it is okay to say no. I will know that. And I truly believe that I will find the right woman for me one day. I just know that. But I do know that before that I decide that if this woman will be for me, I know that I will have to ask myself, will this woman be the type of woman that I could introduce my parents to, my siblings to, my grandparents to? Will she be that type of woman? Will she be the woman that if I'm going through something, mentally, physically, emotionally, or even financially, and it gets to the point where I don't even want to explain those problems to my own parents or to my own grandparents or even my mentor, will she be that type of woman that I could go to and say, "Hey, I'm going through something"? Will she be able to understand? And will she be that type of woman that I could be vulnerable to, and that I could express myself to, and she would love me for me? Will she be that woman? I have to think about this. And I hope God lets me know. I really hope He does. But I do know this. I know that God will provide me with a woman who is compassionate, who cares about herself and her ambitions and her goals and her dreams and her family, and she is family oriented, and she is respectful, faithful, supportive, caring, amazing, wonderful, beautiful. From the inside to the outside out. I know 100% that God will provide me with that woman. I know that from the bottom of my heart. And I will find that true woman one day. It's going to happen. It will happen. And I believe. I'm Zion Smith, and this is the RTS podcast. Always and forever.